Connor, what's up, buddy? Try and get the camera to work again. It went out. It just went out. Uh, Many attention spent. Listen to this, right? There we go. Come on. Come on. I know it's on temper. Okay, there we go. No, I think what happens is the hoodie kind of packs it down. Some makes it look like I had a haircut. That's what happens. Meticulous with this, but I don't want to like overdo this at the same time. So you were you did 4 portraits yesterday, right? Or was it all yesterday, or was it separate days? So that's really great news, Quildar. Like snapping out of that funk that you were in. All yesterday? Excellent, man. How's it feeling? Does it feel good? It's like a fog has lifted. Nice. Good, 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 good. So like, have you been working out? Like, what did you change? Give me a second. I need to take this. I really don't think it's anything recent. I just need to decompress over time. Good. Excellent. Glad you figured that out. Sorry, this is stupid. Why is this happening, buddy? Hey, hey. we do this? Well, I hear you, but if we did it today, what if I wanted to work on it, explain this to you as a much more but my reason being is at some point, I don't like saying that we have a lesson. I don't like the public voice. It's just very right. There's a degree of consistency that you have to try to, otherwise it's not going to happen. So I really it's yeah. I mean, is that okay? I'm really not the okay. I'm not really not trying to do this. I'm trying to help you. It's just it's the only way that just Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay, I gotcha. Right, which is, yeah, I get you. All right, well, look, I'm going to come over, I'm going to work on this for you, and I'll watch you do stuff, and we're just going to walk through it, and tomorrow, I'm trying to want me to teach you, I want you to move through the work. We do have a class tomorrow. We have a lot of this. It's the same woman who was there the last time. That's probably that's I wouldn't worry about that. That was pretty funny actually. But okay, cool. Okay, I'll see you. Bye. Claudia, I was you're too tense and stressed, yeah. So that was my student that I'm teaching, and I actually, because he's really good, but he's been canceling a lot recently, and you know, what's happened is like the work builds up on itself, and then you get in this mentality like it'll never get done, and it's very difficult to do. And like this is what happens, right? It's like when you don't work, it kind of starts multiplying, becoming a bigger deal than it actually is. And so I was just on the phone actually encouraging him. You might have heard some of the conversation. Like I'm going to go and I'm going to work on his work, walk him through it, and have him do that stuff too. Because I'm trying to break him out of it so that we finish something, so that you feel good when you finish it. Because otherwise, it doesn't get finished. You don't feel good, and you know how that goes. It's a pain. This work can be very difficult, and you just have to stick to it. We got to keep trying, keep sticking to it, and such. And it's not easy. It's not easy. This stuff, not easy. Holder, I'm glad you got out of that slump and you needed to decompress. That's good. I like that. That's good. That's really good. Right? Stay focused. And that's that's the key. Arnold Schwarzenegger, when he was lifting weights and totally not doing steroids, he explained that he had on his wall at home, Claire, what's up? He had on his wall at home, like, all the people that he looked up to and wanted to be like. And when he would go and work out, he was the only guy smiling at the gym, and people would ask him, why are you smiling? And he said, because I know that every single rep, even though it's very painful, is getting me one step towards my goal, and I loved it. He said, so he was always smiling and happy. I think one of the things that happens is that by nature, people are very negative, right? It's the easiest thing to do is to be negative, but if you keep on saying, I'm in a slump, or I can't do this, or this sucks, or even if that's in the back of your head, I'm not saying this is what you do, but I've done this before. People do it in general. You're going to have a hard time and you're going to build yourself into a slump. But if you can convince yourself that it's something you love doing and you look at it totally different, right? I'm actually changing this up some because it's not working. You just look at things in a positive light, and even if, like, you see the negative stuff, but if you say, if you start saying to yourself, no, I can do this. Definitely I can do this. Like, this is easy. I like doing this, even if you hate it. Like, I like doing this. In my mind, I'm trying to psych myself into it, despite what the title of this stream says. It's strange. I used to hate running when I did it back in high school and college, and I had this mindset I had to do it to be healthy. Yeah. Cut through that, see how that looks. It's not too bad. So I'm also, I switched to a larger brush because I was getting too meticulous with this one. But now I think I'm psyched into thinking it's super fun. I always want to go running. Exactly, that's what I'm talking about. And the reason why I'm mentioning, I mention people like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I like mentioning Michael Jordan and these guys because they're humans doing different things, yes, but what they've done is quite amazing. You need to marry a cheerleader? Well, just make sure she has huge tits. That's not most important. Look, be as superficial as you can. I think you need to figure out what mindset you need to be to unlock that. So, like with you, Queldar, you want to be doing this type of work, and you want to be good at it, right? And I think that you are good at it. But all the things that you don't like doing, that you know that you need to do, I think that you should, employ that mindset where you have a goal and you think about that goal, and it makes you happy to do things that you might not like at first doing, right? You might not like doing that stuff at first, but you've psyched yourself into wanting to do it, right? You've psyched yourself into wanting to do it because you're focused on your goal. That's what I would do. And that's going to require discipline. That's why I was talking about when you're in a slump and you come out of this stuff. Think of how you came out of it and what got you there to begin with, and how you can stay out of that, right? Having a direction where you're going, like in your head. Like, I'm doing this because of this, and I'm working not just to work. I'm working to finish this. I'm working to learn this. I'm working to do this. And maybe it's not work. This is fun. This is fun. Like, you got to analyze that mindset. Now, I'm saying this. It's not a lecture Queldar thing. This is what I do in my own work, and sometimes when a certain approach doesn't work, then you figure out a different strategy to psych yourself out. You know what I mean? Like, it's constantly playing mind games with yourself with this stuff. If you want to be productive and be like, you can push yourself much further than you know. You need to figure out how to enjoy stuff in your own way. Putting that on someone else always be an excuse for you on why you don't like it. A bit part of it may be the timing. You might not be into it now and need to find something else to change it up, which is, I think, what he did. I don't know any context, so you could not. But I think that was pretty helpful. I just have been dealing with too many stressors. Yeah, I feel you there. Yeah, I feel you on that. You and me both, man. It's been rough. It's been very rough. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to move my dad into my place so that I can take care of him, because as it is, I spend so much time in the evenings going over to the home he's in, and I have to do damage control, and it's very difficult. And it essentially takes up several hours a week of my time that is very unnecessary. And I'm constantly having to clean his room, like thoroughly clean it, because that place is filthy. It's really disgusting stuff. And so it slowed me down a lot. And if I need to keep doing it, if that's what I'm in, that's where it's at. But that's what I've been dealing with recently. And so right now I'm very tired because of that. And I'm more tired than I should be. But the thing is that sometimes you have to go through this type of stuff, it seems. And so I'm trying not to let it affect me as much as I have. I'm trying to get better at that, right? That's what I'm trying to do, and that's a very hard thing. If I could move them into my place, I can't tell you how much easier it would be. And I know that seems like it would be harder, but if you knew what all the details behind it, you'd see my point of view with it. Like it's kind of crazy. So be aggressive. Be aggressive. But because 100% wars. Do you do any cardio? I went through this phase of anxiety for the past year and just being low energy in general. I started doing cardio. I think that's actually really good advice, Clara. It's kind of crazy how while doing just 10 minutes of cardio, it increases those endorphins. I agree with that. Didn't help. I just needed a lot of time. Yeah. Yeah, Claire. That's why I do this too, so y'all can see this and be like, hey, so it's normal? It's like this guy who does it for a living, and all right, I guess I'm not alone. Right? So that's what I do. That's why I do this stuff. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. An injury, dude, that sucks. I have to say, watching this painting comes to life and all the stages it went through is really enjoyable. Hey, thanks, man. That's hard work. Why did you have to mention that painting? I thought it was in our past. Well, that's why, that's another reason why I do this, right? I mean, it's hard. It's hard work, and how many, I think we can be honest. My stages are very awkward sometimes with this. They're very awkward, and sometimes I mess things up. I make them look worse, right? That's what I do. I sometimes make things look way worse than it has to. And I might be doing some stupid things, but then at the end, I figure out a way to wrap it up somehow. And so that's kind of, again, that's a huge reason why I paint. And I'm always saying stick with it. This is why I say stick with it. You want to do a t-shirt with that? What did you want to put on? By the way, Claire, that skit that you did was freaking awesome and hilarious. And I do want to do something with that once I get my feet on the ground, because like Queldar, I've been through a slump, but like I said, it's been partially it's a lot of it has to do with me being an idiot, okay? But a lot of it has to do with the situation at home. That is really difficult right now. It's a very hard thing, and it's backed me up like nothing. So I'm getting on my feet now. I have a goal, I have my commissions, I have direction now, but I just need to get these paintings. And once I get these, like once I get a foothold, then I'm going to get back to the video work, because I want to be doing I really want to be doing it. I want to be releasing a video right now. And this was a struggle, but I can't right now, because if I do, I lose my studio. And so this is a priority at this point. And that's my fault. That is my fault. 100%. 100% on me right there. So, once we get a foothold, go through, do the videos, we're going to do that stuff. Oh, why hesitate on posting that? If you just get to make that come to life, it might not be the best use of all our time. Oh, definitely it isn't. I guarantee you that if I used my time wisely, I would probably have at least twice the numbers that I have. It's true. You know, it is, it's true. It's okay. It's all good. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Just edit them to have a short, cohesive time, nothing more than like 5 minutes. Reminds me, anyone here played Roller Coaster Tycoon? I haven't played that game. That is an excellent idea, and I should be doing that. I know, but okay, Claire, maybe you can help me out here. Again, I'm letting my perfectionism get to me. I feel like it's subpar material for me to release. I want my work to, I want my videos to be frickin' educational, very educational, organized, and hilarious. So people are laughing. I don't want to have just always these serious lectures in this. I don't want to get into that. I'm not painting the way that I want to paint today. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. I like doing the lisp. Boom. Today I'm pretty tired, I have to say. Yesterday I worked hard, and I like that. Today I'm a little bit tired, but you know what? We're going to pull this one out. Probably pull it out of our ass, but we're going to pull this one out. I'm going to get in some sort of rhythm. It takes me a while sometimes in paint to get into the rhythm right now. I'm not painting that well today. What I've painted looks like shit, in my opinion. Good. This isn't frozen yet. I know it's stuttering. This fucking thing. I am so sick of it. It's always something with this camera. But What am I gonna do? Chill out. B, aggressive. Is that tagging? I think I see tagging from a distance. No, that's Queldar. Must be colorblind from a distance. I saw deep red, which is how I see him on my phone. That's different. The computer's different. It's weird. Like theme park. The trick was to make all the ice creamers. Maybe do both. Have some short videos that are less high quality, but just more highlights from streams. Like weekly highlights, I'm not sure quality is good, but you also just need exposure and getting more videos out. This is true. If you label them as weekly stream highlights, people will understand it's not an instructional video and not judge you, but it will also help notify more of your YouTube audience about your stream and vice versa. Screenshotting that. That's smart. I like that idea, actually. The other problem that I have is taking the time to edit that, even though it's not that much editing. The main problem is the editing stuff. That's mainly it. Gosh, literally picking pieces off my palette right now. Be aggressive. Now, let's do, which one would be good for the columns? I think this brush would be good. This is hard. And it's mainly hard, you know, like mentally it's hard because, like I said, it's not something that I'm really into this. And it's requiring a lot of mental discipline. And it does help to talk to you guys and to read the chat and just be streaming at the same time. It kind of keeps me to it. I think maybe it might in fact be more difficult if I wasn't streaming because I think I would be more tempted to sit down and, you know, kind of think about it more, what have you, and it kind of takes my mind off that, so that's a good thing. But it is very difficult doing this type of work when you're not as much into it as the painting itself requires, because like I said, you know, if you're not into a painting, well, actually Daniel Graves, I think he said this, if you're not into a painting, it's going to show all over the work. And that's a very great way of saying it, I think, because you know, you got to be into what you're doing. You have to enjoy it to a degree. And because I'm all about making, saying, okay, you got to do the work, right? You have to do the work. You have to treat it like a job, but you can't look at it like a job. And that's the trick is being disciplined enough to get the work done, but not to let that mentality hurt your painting, right? You have to, at the same time, be into it at the same, you know, like, you have to be disciplined, but you have to be doing the work and be looking at it as fun at the same time. So it's different. It's a different way of looking at it. No, I don't think it shows yet. No, I don't. I think if it does show, it's later on when I've gotten into a rhythm. This is a little bit awkward right around here. You see how it looks on stream. On stream, it doesn't look that great in my opinion. But also I have to keep in mind that this is the nature of this type of work. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time for it to come out and appear something like solid and good. You know, so I also, this other thing, I can't get discouraged and then start thinking about all the work I have to do, how hard it's going to be. I can't get discouraged and frustrated. Instead, I also have to keep a finish it mentality, right? Like instead of just going through and saying I need everything like so perfect, which oftentimes I screwed up that way. Instead, I say, all right, let's go through and work to get it done, but be efficient in doing that. And then I'm going to get more done. And then that in itself, when I start doing that, you start seeing little successes. That's what helps motivate you and keep you going. This could definitely be better, in my opinion. Definitely. Papa V, what's up? What's up, buddy? Layers and layer wet into wet using soft brush with less viscous paint like jelly over peanut butter. Or do you use a stiffer bristle brush?